Hey, welcome back to Morning Live. Thanks for joining us. Hopefully you're stress-free. It's Friday. We've got a great weekend coming up. But there's ultra busy seems to be the new normal across the country. Based on some recent surveys, Michelle Book, nutritionist, has some stress relief tips. This is the Canadian Food Association.
Yeah, the Canadian Health Food Association. We conducted a national survey and found that over 60% of Canadians said that they're stressed at work. And not only are they stressed, but the stress is negatively impacting their health and other areas of their lives. So it's pretty serious. We developed a workplace wellness guide to help Canadians manage this stress.
Yeah. And what are some of the key takeaways in this guide?
Well, we actually included some supplements, some foods, and some holistic health habits to help us manage this stress. So I'd like to talk about, some of those highlights. Beginning over here with some probiotics. So we know there's a lot of research that's being done on the fact that probiotics really help us manage anxiety and stress. So we want to make sure we're eating a lot more fermented food. So I've got some kimchi over here, some sauerkraut, some kefir. These are important fermented foods. Even if you go to your local CHFA health food store, you can find a bar that has fermented ingredients. Making sure that we're getting these types of foods or even probiotics to help us manage stress is really important.
Yeah. What are some of the things that we can do at the workplace outside of food just to relieve the stress, like taking deep breaths and that sort of thing? I know walking meetings, I don't know if that's realistic, but that was one of the things floated.
Yeah, it is. We know that sitting is the new smoking. So, we're spending a lot of time sitting during the day. So getting up, going for a walk at lunch, having a standing meeting where we all just stand up, even having a couple of weights, by your desk to help incorporate a bit more movement is really, really important. And mindfulness. We're hearing more and more about mindfulness and, meditation and how that really helps us, again, to reduce stress and anxiety. Just stopping to take a couple of 3 deep breaths really makes a difference throughout the day.
But of course, looking after your body is important.
Yeah.
Back to the supplements too, and I noticed you have some B vitamins here. If you can break that, because every segment where they're dealing with whatever issues, B comes up, B complex or specific B vitamins. How does this apply to stress?
Yeah, Bs are so important. The family of B vitamins are very important for a lot of different things. But when it comes to stress, we know we need magnesium and B vitamins to help us regulate and deal with this stress. But when we are really stressed, we need more. So it becomes a bit of a vicious cycle in terms of needing more and then becoming depleted. So we want to make sure we're getting enough, whether that be through a B complex, magnesium powder, or even a multivitamin is a good insurance policy to round out any of those deficiencies that might develop. So you can visit our website, chfa.ca.
And we'll link that at chch.com.
Great. And then type in your postal code and you can find your local health food store. There's all kinds of options when it comes to supplements and even healthy foods.
Yeah, let's get into that.
Yeah. So, when it comes to foods, we really want to make sure we're eating healthy throughout the day. A lot of us, maybe eat breakfast and then lunch. There's a huge gap. So having healthy snacks is really important. I've got some roasted chickpeas here and, some coconut chips. Even veggies and hummus are really, really a great way to make sure we're getting enough nutrients and having a nice, consistent energy throughout the day.
And having that smaller portion control throughout the day to sustain you so you're not gorging later.
Exactly. That's really key. And we don't want to, go all day without eating and then we get home at dinner time and we're starving.
Right.
So really making sure we're eating throughout the day is important.
Okay.
And over here, as we touched upon mindfulness and exercise, incorporating more exercise and mindfulness into our day is really, really important. And again, you can visit our website, download the complete guide. And it's not about, changing everything, but small changes over time to help us manage stress really make a big difference.
Okay. So we'll, again, link up that website at chch.com and more on the findings from the Canadian Food Health Association because, the numbers are quite alarming.
It really, really is. And, stress is something that we all face with. And, having families and working in our careers, it really is something that we all have to deal with. So,
how does it manifest in terms of health?
What
kind of things do we see, ailments, or what can crop up because of the stress that we can associate it to?
Well, I think there's lots of different things, and there's lots of different diseases and issues that are related back to stress. And often because we're so chronically stressed for such prolonged periods, we don't really realize that it's the stress that's having, that can be linked to some of these health issues, which is why managing the stress and being proactive is so important.
Okay, the complete guidebook and great tips, again, online. Michelle Book, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Okay, we're heading into a stress-free weekend. We hope the weather certainly looks great for whatever you have planned. We'll get to that with another hour of Morning Live coming up.
I want to feel what tomorrow brings. With each morning I'll rise and sing. My God's love will lead me through. You are the peace in my trouble.